Okay. Good morning, Ben. What do you think of that class last night, Ben? I mean, what'd you get out of it? Like specifically, how did it help? I thought so. You were sleepy, but mostly hit home about only lose from a profit. Yes. Yeah, I know that's going to be a big one for you. That's if you can just philosophically absorb that. Yeah, that's going to make a huge difference. Like if you can just be that, wow. It's like, 180-degree different person. All right, so we're live now. The market's been grinding down all night. Perhaps worried about the jobs report that was coming out. The jobs report came out. It seemed good. But actually, I think one of the reasons why the market was grinding down was also because Elon Musk said that he's worried about the economy. The jobs report came out. Seems good on all fronts. It was flat as far as rate of change, but then it was also an increase in number of in expectations. So it was better than expected, and yet the market it initially rallied on the news, but now it's sold off on the news. So it's sort of a neither here nor there situation. Rates have jumped all the way to 2.9 985%, 2.985%, the 10-year. Not looking great because of that. For growth today, hold on, I'm keeping an eye on AMLX here. And growth, however, still all the market is looking like it's going to open in the upper half of yesterday's candle, which is some strength. All right, I got to just about get out of AMLX here. Let's see what's going to happen. We are watching AMLX this morning, high frequency day trading. And you have to stop getting angry at yourself when things don't go your direction. Yeah, I mean, especially in this market right now. And, things go in your direction rarely. But when they do, keep them. And when they don't, get rid of them, right? And use your profits as the padding. Really keeping an eye on AMLX here. It's starting to pick up. Tesla, yeah, down to almost 730. It's at 737 right now. Yes, 737. Apple down. Amazon down. AMLX, we're watching for potential day trading. Oil is at around $118 a barrel. We did some analysis last night during class on oil, and we have potential projection of $150 a barrel in the next 2 months. 150. So kind of unbelievable. I'll believe it when I see it, but that's what the charts are telling us, and it would really be something to see. That'd bring gas prices up to $7 minimum per gallon. Maybe that's going to happen by middle or end of July, like the end of July. That seems to be the next trade on oil, is for oil to be going up. Demand is going up. It's the summer, so it kind of makes sense that the charts are showing that. Looks like pretty much everything is down the same percentage. All markets, all sectors, except energy, of course. All sectors, all markets are down the same percentage. So it's a broad pullback this morning. High prices and a recession would slow down oil demand. Yeah, the economists say the best cure for high prices is high prices. That's a good example of that. All right, we've got 14 minutes before the open. Market is still grinding down. They're point or two from here. And whoops, I got to get out of AMLX here. That's my break even. Little bit on that. And then out at break even. So anyway, we've got 14 minutes until the market opens, and we've got this pretty much figured out. Gold is down to 1860-ish after closing at around 1870 yesterday. Gold had a basically good day yesterday, and today's looking like some retracement. Either gold's going to be tightening up from here, or it's going to continue to go up, but maybe not today. This could be just a pullback day. However, the trend appears to be that gold possibly reversing and moving on up. Gold is good to use as a crash hedge on your portfolios. Other than crashes, gold can somewhat move independently, but in general, if the market's correcting, gold usually appreciates. If there's inflation, gold usually appreciates. So gold is a useful protective defensive asset class in general, but nothing's perfect because there's also cash, there's also consumer staples, there's healthcare, there's utilities, there's crypto, there's all kinds of different assets that people will jump to for defensives. They won't go into crypto for defensives, but I just mean that there's lots of asset classes out there. Gold is pretty much supported by the 200 MA right now. If it can get up and over the 50 and then back bounce off of it in the next 2 months, it'll be back in an uptrend and probably over 2,000 soon. You know, like soon in gold is maybe September. Feeling risky today, feeling frisky. AMLX. There you go. AMLX. Well, good morning, everybody. So, yeah, that's where we're at. We have 11 minutes to the market open. AMLX for day trading. It's pulling back right now. It's kind of a soft pullback. It just happened to hit my break-even point right there. It's an okay pullback, but a rather large pullback. Round 13. Last breakout, 12.9. Maybe trying to retest that and give you a second entry. If there's anything to get in today for swing trades, I'll let you know. You think SPY's going to hit 420 today? Isn't that up? Market's been grinding down all morning and is about 50% retraced and has come into the congestion and prior trading areas of the previous three sessions, previous four sessions, just plowing right through it. So priority is on price correction right now on the market. above all. So that may continue today. We'll see. It's definitely a very interesting point right here. We were talking about it last night. The market is at this like sort of flux point, and there might be a bit of a war here today between buyers and sellers. Not sure if either will really have lots of conviction. We're certainly within a certain range right now that's been created for the last 4 days. May stay in that range. Thanks for sharing the video, Jean-Pierre, the live. Trying to get out of IMPP, but it's still blah, blah, blah. Let's see. IMPP. Okay. Yeah, let me know a little bit more about what you're saying there. Thanks, Jean-Pierre. Is the Amazon split today? I think so, right? Or what's today? No, June 6th. So what's today? Today is the 3rd, 4, 5, 6, Monday. Let me see if that's what shows up here. Yeah, 20-1 split on Monday. So it'll be at about $125 on Monday. And it's been running up on the split excitement. Okay, AMLX starting to put in a big candle here. Let's see if it has any follow through. And we have 7 minutes until the market opens. A fight like the TikTok video I shared to members chat yesterday morning. I don't even remember that video you shared right now, Camille. My memory can be so bad. Sure, I'm remembering that one. Yeah, but I think I did see it and commented it. Wait, where? In the member chat area yesterday? I just don't know. I mean, maybe you could share it because we talk a lot in the member chat area. I'd have to go way up. Oh, yeah. Well, anyway, post it again. I'll check it out later. All right, we've got 6.5 minutes until the market opens. You're short on AMC. Where is it going? All right. Yeah, great question. So it's at this bottom range right now. It's not going anywhere really right now. There's no indication of direction right now. Just up and down, up and down, and up and down. Oh, what did somebody else say? But it's dropping fast. Should I hold? Call? Okay. So you're in IMPP and it's dropping. I want to know if you should be holding. Guys, let me ask him. Are you up or are you down on it? AR-15 USA Patriot. That's the guy's name. I love it. I should change my username to come and take him. Down. Okay, so you should never hold losses. Only hold gains. If you have gains, keep holding. If you have losses, get out. Should never hold losses. Only hold gains. Whoa, that's a bad candle out. AMLX. Wow, AMLX not happening. The ultra dump right now. That could have been an offering. Some news of an offering right now just going on. What is my cut percent on losses? First of all, you got to make sure that you only hold profits, not losses. However, if you have gotten some profit and you're holding some profit, you can use that to buffer losses. And the max loss you should ever take is 8%. And if you're on options, 40%. Shared. Okay, let's see. Oh, yeah, there it is. All right, let's see. That's hilarious. That literally was a bull in a china shop. But it was fighting with another bull. Probably bulls and bears don't even fight because I don't know. Maybe they do. We've got to get that on video one of these days. I'm surprised that like the rich, the stock market elite, didn't get so elite and crazy and like what are those called? The Freemasons or whatever. Like the whole thing didn't get so crazy that they're not like doing chicken betting on like an actual bull fighting an actual bear like in an arena. Like with like billionaires. that would be that would be pretty funny to me. 2.5 minutes to the market open, and it continues to indicate downward. The damn bear would climb out. You're probably right about that, but they probably have some UFC cage wall. It's maybe it's a dome, the Thunderdome. AMD, I exited that pre-market. It was looking good, but it may not be the right moment. So I de-risked, got out. What are we doing today, boys? Says AMAC. Remember WSFT to keep an eye on it. That sucker went up pretty big at the end of the bell, at the end of the market yesterday, and it doesn't have pre-market or after-hours trading. So there could be a lot of excitement trapped and ready to go on WSFT. Okay, 50 seconds to the market open. Starbucks for a day trade? I don't think so. Oh, because it's holding up? Relative strength, maybe, but you've got the forces working against you right now. Okay, 30 seconds before the market opens. 10 seconds. Money time. Okay. Did a good job. Yes. Get rid of that IMPP. Don't hold losses. All right. AMLX starting to come up. WSFT hitting 44 cents from 39. So 38. That's already up. Got some orders triggering myself over here. Got stuff firing off. Right, and the market specifically is selling off right now. AMLX not really following through on that momentum there, but WSoft, yes. It is hitting WSFT. It is hitting, it just hit 0.48. I'm now up 105% on that. Overnight. I've already got my laddered exits set up there. Okay, we got a little bit of support here. The market on the Qs at 309. RCMT up a little bit. There goes WSoft up and over the 50-cent point. 0.51 now. I'm up 117% on WSFT. 118%. 120%. It's hitting 0.54 now. I'm up 132% on WSFT. 133%. I was telling you, WSFT. RJ says SOPA. Check out SOPA. AMLX just not happening this morning. All right. All right, AMLX is crapping out now. I'm going to keep that on watch, but it's going to need to break over $14 for it to be a momentum play again. Yeah, I'm watching EFOI. EFOI. If you can get over 150, then it'll turn hot. No swing alerts yet. SOPA. Yeah, we were talking about, okay, so SOPA looks pretty good right now. If SOPA breaks 260, and it's almost right there, it could start flying. SOPA. What's SOPA? Okay, that was a bad one. It does seem to be picking up volume. Grab some right there while it's picking up volume. Okay, we're waiting to see if SOPA will activate a little bit more. Okay, the market's starting to turn down again. Rates are holding at 2.95. Possible the market's going to retest lows, maybe break them, maybe take the direction of down on the day. Not liking what I'm seeing on SOPA, getting out for that entrance. Maybe it just needs to rest for a little bit. Oh, there goes SOPA. Starting to pick up on SOPA. SOPA hitting that 260 level. Can it break over 260? That's what we want to see here. The market is pushing down. Industrials are holding. And so the S&P is holding, but growth is dropping slightly. Bit corrective in growth. We're seeing value hold as well and growth drop. So you're seeing staples hold, healthcare, utilities are actually moving up, a decent uptrend, utilities. And energy has popped at the open and is holding. But growth stocks, tech, on the decline. And again, SOPA crapping out on us. Looks like SOPA is not going to happen today. You say you're holding Dogecoin, and should you sell? We talked about last night that you should never hold losers, only hold winners, only hold gains, don't hold losses. Let gains go ahead and run, but don't hold losers. Only hold gainers. Yeah, not Doge. Okay, EFOI is getting close to testing $1.50 for the $1.50 breakout on EFOI. SOPA getting more and more volatile. That usually doesn't end well. The markets in general are just sideways so far. See the projections on volume. It's perfect doji right now. Just this, it's not going anywhere. A little bit too early to do the volume projections. But if, the trend is any indication, it's going to be a slightly below average volume day. Another Fugazi. Yeah. Video, would you shut up? These NVIDIA alerts are pissing me off. Remove. Yes, I'm sure. Happy Friday to you too. Yeah, SOPA broke 260, but only for a penny and immediately reversed. And we're right back down at the bottom of the range. The volatility is increasing on that, which is a sign of topping. The Qs are eminently making a new low on the day right about now. Wow, look at that AMLX drop. All right, definitely taking that off of the high-speed setup now. You're welcome. BQ. Yep. Wow. Okay, that's a split. All right. Yes, I do. I go live every day. Yes, sir. So SOPA hit the bottom end of the expanded volatility range, and now it's going to try and move all the way back up and give you a little fake out. I mean, everybody's losing money on every side on that one. New low of the day on SPY and growth, the Qs. Industrials also making their way down towards the low of the day. And I'm seeing utilities start to pull back, and staples are now making a new low of the day. So we're starting to see a broad market sell-off. This is value as well. The whole market correcting, people taking their money out of the market. If money is going out of every sector on the market, then it's going off of the stock market. You see what I'm saying? It's not going anywhere. It's not flowing from one thing to the other. It's disappearing. It's vanishing. Where is it going? It's going to cash. And I'm not seeing it go to gold. I would see that. And I'm not seeing it go to oil or energy. So it is likely cash. So if we go over to like UUP, that's the dollar. We're probably seeing the dollar inch up. Yeah, and we are. We're seeing the dollar starting to go up slightly. All right, Baba, I'm cutting you. Baba here. A swing trade that I was holding. Mullen is breaking out, says Rebecca. Dondrell says we're trading like we're waiting on news. I know, but actually it's dropping now. All right, Baba, bye-bye. Bye-bye, Baba. Bye-bye, Baba. Okay, Mullen's trying to break 1.4. I don't know if that's very significant. Yeah, this just, retracing. Up, down, up, down. Maybe Mullen hits 150 today. I mean, $1.50 today. I can and do trade options, yes, but I recommend against it. You should use options for hedging, and you should trade shares. Want to continue to, yeah, very funny, RJ. If you want to continue to lose money, trade options. Because you may win sometimes, or even the majority of the time. But if you lose on options one time, it really affects results. That's because of their leverage. So they're good for hedging, not good to trade. Rebecca says DWAC might be moving. Pull up DWAC to see what DWAC you're talking about. No, DWAC, no. What the hell? Oh, you're just talking. Okay. Nothing going on, DWAC. But Rebecca, you usually say a ticker, and it's because you need another DWAC. Yeah. AMLX about to break pre-market high. I took that off of the pre-market watch this morning. So you can let me know if it is going wild. Next up, I need to take a look at HLIO. Trading much. We'll leave that at that. That's okay. CMAX. Let's see. It's doing all right as well. All right, IMMX broke is what the word is. Extremely low volume, so we're not touching that. We're just hanging out here, right at this level. Oh, slow, tiny grind down. And nothing on alert. How do you react with the market volume leaving for cash? Well, it just means, well, actually, it could be going into bonds, by the way. That was another area that we didn't talk about, but it's not. With it doing that, it just means that it's just think of it like crypto, because I know you guys understand crypto market cap. If all the money is sold off, is pulled out of a crypto asset, what happens to it? You know, as the market cap goes down, as the amount of money invested goes down, what happens to it? It goes down. So, that's how I react. It's just a continued bearish signal. I mean, this market has been bearish since November, and it just continues to be bearish. And the signs are going to keep on coming. You know, Elon Musk saying that he's worried about the economy. We had Microsoft revising outlook downward, and more companies are going to do that, and layoffs are going to start to begin. And the Fed is just starting to sell assets that it bought to stimulate the economy back into the market right now. And so that's to the tune of, I think it's 50 million per day, or it's 50 billion, 2 billion per day. I think it's 50 billion a month, 2 billion per day. So that's not going to help either. So things are just, it's like we're just getting started. This last 6 months, or last 3 months, are just a portion of the total move that's happening, and the forces are getting stronger. As the summer nears, real estate market's going to increase supply, because that's when people like to sell homes. That's when homes sell most. It's a seasonal thing. So supply is going to go up in real estate while rates are going up. That means demand's going to go down. So you have demand going down and supply going up. So that's a double speed effect. You're going to see acceleration in real estate market declines, or correction, or flattening, whatever you want to call it, from wherever you are. Different markets will have different results, but supply's going up and demand's going down. Nothing you can do about that. That's, unless you can tell the Fed to change his mind. And inflation going up. And we have oil hitting 117.9 right now, dollars a barrel. It's almost about to break $118 right now. So that's a place you can put money, is USO. That's an ETF for oil, USO. Looking to hit about $105 on that ETF in about 2 months. That's not a sure thing. That's what the chart patterns tell us. I think it's insane that oil's going to be at $150 a barrel by the end of July. But it's not my choice. I don't think, if it doesn't happen, great. And if it does happen, great. Because I'm in it either way, because I own a car. I'm in it short by owning a car, and I'm in it long by owning oil. So it works for me either way it goes. I benefit. My car is my hedge. Pretty boring market. Definitely bugging out in 5 minutes here. Just want to put in a good 30 minutes for you. Normally, the way this has been going, I probably would have bugged out 5 minutes ago. 20 minutes of open. It's just it's Friday. We've got another inside day here. The market's not moving. Momentum stocks are not really running. Nothing's running right now, and that's just the way it goes. Bloody Mary time. Yes. Jumping Jump roping host says, "Thank the good Lord we have the current administration we do to guide us through it." Yeah. The interesting thing about communists and socialists is, um, you know, they've missed something. They haven't thought things all the way through, and that is that you can't just pretend. You can't just create money. You see, their whole concept of utopia and stuff relies on a lack of reality. They're missing something about reality. And utopia, it's a beautiful vision, but it's fiction. Unicorns, they don't exist. And what they do, so in a communist country or something like socialist, what you see the problem with Venezuela is when you need more money, you print it, you just give it out. But where does it come from? You can't just do that. It has to come from somewhere. You guys have to work. You guys need to go back to work. You need to create products that are sold to other countries, that create wealth, that are exchanged for gold. It comes out of the ground. You need to increase the wealth of society somehow through productivity. Otherwise, you're not actually increasing the money. You're not actually increasing the money that everyone has. And when you don't increase money, but people get more money, that's a deflation of money or inflation. And so, where does it come from? It comes from debt. You put the country in more debt. In a socialist country, that's not a problem. If they don't manage that right, it just goes on forever. And you see what happens in Venezuela. You eventually get a million to one inflation. So, that's the problem with the current administration is they're not coming up with economic measures. They're not economic just because they don't, just by nature, they don't understand economics because by nature, what they desire is free money for everyone, which doesn't exist. So, by nature, they don't understand economics. And I'm not going to get into politics, but I can. But the economics of the two different sides does factor. There's economic ramifications in different time periods for either. Oil hitting almost 118, but energy definitely on a solid rise with a new high right now. XLE would be the ETF you can go for on energy. XLE. Voodoo economics. Yes. Bueller, voodoo economics. If I get my voice a little bit lower, I can be more boring. Bueller, VOODOO, voodoo economics. Benjamin says it's almost like they want it to crash so people will rely on bread coming out of their hands. Okay, well, here's the thing, Benjamin, about that. The politics of corruption is that not all of them want that. Okay, Benjamin, they don't all want that. A very small number of corrupt in power people in their quarters know and have thought about it, that that would help drive their agenda. And so, because they're in control and power on their side, they put that out as narrative. And then since the rest of them are more mindless sheep, like, or mindless, they go along with what they've heard. There's a good narrative with decent reasoning behind it, and so they run with it just because they're mindless. They don't think about it. They haven't got the education on the economics of these things or whatever. So a very small number of criminal, corrupt. They might not be necessarily politicians, but they're political. Or drive the whole narrative, the whole show. Very small number. I'm talking like 15 people, maybe 25, and then they control thousands, and then those thousands brainwash and drive the rest. So I don't blame people who are just enjoying their life and enjoying their viewpoints and are on the left. I don't blame them at all. What you got to blame is the criminally corrupt people on the left in power, controlling the whole narrative. They are the ones that are the problem. Because the other people, they just, they're going to go with whatever you say. Have you ever seen, like, there's videos where somebody will interview people on the street and tell them policies that, like, let's say Bernie Sanders said, but actually it was stuff that Trump said, right? And they're like, wow, that sounds really great, And then when they find out that Trump was the one that said that, they go, wow, that's interesting. So it shows that they're behind whatever idea, is out there. They just want to live their life. And it's not really about the sides. It's about the criminally corrupt people in power. Because if there was actual sort of, if we could control that, if we could somehow get under wraps the criminally corrupt power on both sides, if we could get those under control, you'd have a level playing field, and you'd have we'd be back to actual democracy. But instead, we have this huge fight with narrative going on from the criminally corrupt political powers to be. Most people that you would call woke aren't even. They're mindless. 90% of the people are mindless. They're woke because the narrative is woke. You see what I'm saying? They'll just go with the narrative. If they actually thought about it, they'd notice that, there's a real problem with Black people's family values that could potentially be driving their lack of drive to try to improve. And it's not a racism thing. Like, for instance, I am white, but I've had about every disadvantage in front of me that everybody goes through in life. And I'm not advantaged because of my color. I would work through, I have it in my DNA to work through whatever disadvantages are in front of me, or to make different choices to work through my disadvantages and succeed, And that's because I had good parents who drove good morals into me to succeed. And in fact, I am a second generation immigrant. So, I'm only just beginning in this country. Just because you took LSD once doesn't make you woke. That's hilarious. All right. So anyway, there's, I don't blame, the mindless people. You can only blame the ones with the criminal intent. The rest are, what do you call it? Accomplices. there's the there's the criminal elite, and then there's a set of accomplices, and then there's the mindless sheep. And then the ones in the middle are typically the ones who aren't mindless, and they're thinking, and they're migrating, and they're starting to figure things out. All right, the market is coming down after hitting a high just now, but it's sideways. It's continued sideways action. I think that George Soros has the money to have enough control to help whatever narrative he thinks will financially benefit him. So possibly. We had a little rebound in the market there. Will it keep going up? It looks like gold's on the rise, so that it's not a good sign. Hard to say. Oil hit $118 a barrel just now. The pressures are on. I really don't know. It's hard to say. I do believe probably sideways is how today's going to go, because, again, it is a Friday, and there's about 20% lower volume on Fridays because presumably 1/5 of people are taking the day off early to go on 3-day vacations, something to that effect. But there typically is about 20% less volume on Fridays. What did the 8 ball say? Oh, it said, ask me later, right? What did it say, you guys? Ask again later? I think so. Yeah, and this is exactly, because even the 8 ball didn't know. We asked the 8 ball, magic 8 ball, last night in class, what direction is the market going to take today? And it's like, you know what? Ask me later. Consult me later. That is what it said. Consult me later. Outlook murky, but I just want to 8 balls. 8 ball already went on a 4-day weekend. No, but energy, XLE is doing well. It's the only real sector that's flying. Utilities is holding flat. Staples are kind of in a downtrend along with the rest of the market. And healthcare is kind of flat. So we've got utilities and healthcare flat. So there are the relatively strong sectors. And then energy, quite strong. Energy is up 1.5% today. Imagine if the market was up 1.5% today. You know what that's like. That's strong. Energy's already 40 minutes into the session up 1.5% today. That's a lot of strength in energy. So inflation and energy just keeps going. All right. Anybody have any last questions? Otherwise, I'm going to wish you a happy weekend. Enjoy it. Take advantage. Study. If you'd like to learn more about trading, check out my Market Mastery video lessons if you haven't already. And if anybody out there wants to join a trading group, to be in a group of traders who think very carefully about risk and risk management and how to preserve your capital and grow it with lots of control and control your trading, that's our group. So you should come and join it. Just click the link wherever it is, and you'll be right where you belong. All right, have a great weekend, everybody. Good trading with you this morning. I'll be in the group. See you in the group.